What's up, guys? I've been a little bit longer between videos than I would have really liked it to have been. A lot of my man, that's a hard word for me to say with these teeth. A lot of my resources have been tied up into Metal Devastation Fest, getting merchandise ready for that. I've been sharing some of the stuff that I'm going to be offering to the people attending that festival, some of the merchandise that I've created for this channel. I've been sharing that on Instagram and Facebook, so if you're not following those, go do that and check it out, man. I got some awesome stuff. I've got some surprises coming. I'm not done yet. You guys might think everything I've shown is it. It is not. I do have a couple more surprises up my sleeve. That being said, man, I apologize for the lack of content. I do have a nice little stack here from Paragon Records of 9 pretty obscure extreme metal CDs that I think some of you will dig. I got them at an excellent price, and I'll show you guys what I picked up right after this.
Let these wounds forever mark your cowardice.
Now, as I was saying, I picked up 9 CDs from Paragon. Paragon is an awesome distro for underground and obscure death metal, black metal, speed metal, pretty much anything, any facet of metal you desire, you can find on there. And they've got some obscure stuff. They got some killer deals. I picked all of these up from the sale section, and most of them were listed at $5 a CD, and then I put them in my cart, and it dropped the price down to like $3.50 a CD. So definitely head on over to Paragon. I have them linked up down there in the description. Hit that sale tab, and you will see some killer stuff. Put it in your cart, and you will be blown away at the price that you spent on what you get for what you get. Like I said, these were like $3.50 a CD. I've been tight on money because, as I was saying in the kind of intro there, I've been buying so much merch to give out at Metal Devastation Fest that I just haven't had money to add to the collection like I would normally do or like I would like. So the content has been a little slow. I apologize. As you can see, I'm still kind of struggling to speak. Got these out of the envelope, packed up in newspaper. Paragon always packs up their stuff in unconventional ways, but everything always arrives better than a lot of the big name distros and labels out there. So shout out to Paragon for the killer shipping, as unconventional as it may be. Let's get this newspaper. I kind of like getting stuff from other areas in newspaper. Sometimes I'll unfold these, kind of read and be nosy and see what's going on in other parts of the country and or world. Sometimes you can get newspapers and magazine pages and some international orders as well, and that's always cool. First up, we have a Witchblood promo for the Sword and Sorcery release. Killer thrash metal there from Witchblood. Check that one out. Going to jump into the CDs that I got. First up, band out of, I just went blank, somewhere in South America, Ecuador maybe. This is Flagrum with Agonia de las Almas. As you can see, man, that glare is a monster. Other than that, you can see that this is going to be some death metal. This is an EP released in 2017. Pretty solid stuff here. I saw this on there. Took a little shot listening to it. I really enjoyed it. Pretty heavy stuff. So definitely, I'm going to try to link up all of these albums and stuff in the description as well. That way, you see something on here that sparks your interest like it did mine, you could check it out. There's the booklet without all the glare on it with the cover art. That is some filthy looking cover art. Just lyrics and a little bit more art there on the inside. And then there's the back with the track listing, and then the kind of thanks there from Flagrum. I don't speak Spanish, so not really sure what they're saying there. There's the disc, as I already showed you guys, and little picture if you can fight the glare of the band there. But solid death metal here. Definitely check out Flagrum. Kind of feeds into that brutal death metal area of things. Next up, we have some Swedish death metal. This is a band called Bloodgut. This was their second full-length, released in, I'm going to say, it doesn't say here on the, I don't see a date. I'm thinking around the 2018, most of this stuff that I'm going to show you guys came out between 2017 and maybe 2020 at the latest. This is probably in that 2018, 2019 time frame there. This is their second full-length, as I was saying, called Nekrologikum Evangelikum Part 2, Furnace World. This is a two-part kind of album series over like a zombie apocalypse. Imagine that undead themed death metal, but it works. Very, very solid Swedish death metal from Bloodgut here. I enjoyed this album quite a bit. I think I like this one a bit more than the debut, the part 1 of the series. They recently, I say recently, probably around 2020, I'm thinking, released a third full length. I don't have that one either. This is my first pickup from Bloodgut, so I will have to get on the ball, pick up some more of their material. But I saw this on there. I mean, at $3.50 for some killer Swedish death metal, I was not going to pass this up. And there's the back with all that special glare. Next up, death metal band, brutal death metal, I guess, out of Spain. They kind of gone more in a brutal death metal direction in their career. I actually own one other release from them. It was an album called Void that was released, I think, in like 1997, and this one came out and I'm somewhere around 2018. This is an EP. This is Reincarnation, as I'm saying, death metal out of Spain. They have definitely gone in a more brutal route with the lineup changes and everything that's gone over in the past 30 years. They don't sound a whole lot like that original band that put out the Void full length. And this was kind of a revisitation to Reincarnation, because I haven't checked them out really on anything besides that full length from so long ago. So a killer EP. I really do dig this. This is entitled Eternal Hymns. They had a full length that came out just before this, entitled like The Beginning of the End or something. So they may be getting close to wrapping it up. You never know. But awesome Spanish death metal. There we go. Now I kind of want to go back and hear that latest full length as well. I might just start chipping away at the Reincarnation discography. Next up, we have a, I guess, black and speed metal band out of Brazil. This is the debut album from Hell Poison, entitled Burn With Me. I believe this is their debut. I know I picked up one that came out a couple years after this. Their latest full length, it was like Breathing of the Fire or something along those lines. That was a killer black and speed metal release, and so I saw this on there. I definitely wanted to get my hands on Burn With Me. I'm going to take it out of the case because it is some gnarly artwork. I'm hoping the camera can kind of pick all that up. That you kind of got the demon or the devil there in the back, and it just, that gives you a full feel of what you're going to get on this album. Very occult themed, dark themed, black and speed metal. Absolutely, for a lack of a better term, just delicious release. I really have kind of fallen for this band, and I've enjoyed everything that I've heard from them. Haven't always been the biggest kind of black and speed metal person, but this there's a couple, there's at least one more black and speed metal release in this stack that I know I picked up. So killer stuff, kind of a new leaning for my musical taste of ways that I'm going, and Hell Poison is one of those bands that have kind of leaned me in that direction and made me want to check out more stuff in that same vein of sound. So this was released on Bestial Invasion Records. And you got some gnarly looking picture there on the back. So check out Hell Poison. It's like I said, it's just killer black and speed out of Brazil. Got one more little stack here wrapped up in the newspaper, and then I'll let you guys go. I'm trying to take my time and actually show the physical releases more these days. Just kind of the direction that I want to go with the channel. I love physical media, and as a form, it feels like it's just dying out in all forms, and I just want to advocate to kind of keep that alive. Next up, we have some straight up black metal. This is a band out of Mexico. This is Old Throne with Invocation of Black Magic to Earth. Nasty, nasty black metal release here. They just released a new album, I believe this year. If I'm not wrong, that was pretty solid. So they were already on my radar. I saw this on the Paragon site. I saw that it was $3.50, and it was a no-brainer for me to pick up this. This one was released in 2020. Once again, that glare is going to kill me. And it's got I think a poster in here. I was trying to get it out. Look how thick that was. That was stuffed in the jewel case. We'll get the artwork and stuff out first, and then we'll check out the poster that's folded up. I didn't even know that it came with it. Look at that. That is just nasty. There you got the back of the insert. Got some lyrics. I'm sure those are some pretty dark no apology lyrics there. There we have the band looking terrifying there in the forest of Mexico. There we go. Let's crack this poster open. Probably the album art, cover art on a bigger scale. I'm running out of room in my music room to display stuff, but I kind of want to hang that up because that is nasty looking art. Set that aside and we will march on with the disc here. Put that back in the... There's the disc. Got more of that decapitation and gnarly artwork there. There we have the inside of the art of the jewel case. That's Isabella. Total Fox. And there's the back of the case. Moving on, we got some more Swedish death metal, and this one, man, when I try to describe this album, the only word that really comes to me is annihilation. It's just in your face, thrashy, killer Swedish death metal. This is Pile of Death with Obliteration 2018. This is the debut full length from these guys. I think it's 2018, maybe 2019. I'm kind of blanking on Roman numerals. It's hand numbered. It's number 42 out of 100 on Narcoleptica Productions. As you can see, maybe let me find the camera. Number 42. Maybe that says 500. Kind of hard to tell. It looks like 100 up close, but when I look at it on the camera, it looks like 500. Doesn't matter, but there's the artwork without all the glare. And those guys, they just look like they're about to annihilate you there. They have one more full length. I think it came out a little bit after this, maybe 2023. This one was released in 2020. Not sure if I said that. But I think the newest is pretty solid as well. Definitely want to get my hands on that one. Looks like MMXIX. So is that 2019? Somebody help me out with that one. And then there's the back. Then we have another. I said I knew I had at least one more black and speed metal release in this, and this one is solid as well. I was listening to this on YouTube. yesterday. It was either yesterday or Friday. This is Sierpes with Visions Caoticas. And this is, I guess, the one of those, it says international bands on Metal Archives. It's a two-person project. I believe one's from Ecuador and one is from Colombia. So I guess that's the definition of internet. I guess you have people from two different countries working together on this album. Solid release. They take the speed metal moniker to heart. This stuff gets super fast paced, and with the blackened vocals going on top of it, it turns into some really chaotic and just nasty stuff. There's the inside kind of playing on that black and purple theme, just a theme throughout the entire album there. There's the two members of the project, a little bit more lyrics and stuff, and then there's the back of the insert. I've gone way over time on this. I'm long-winded today. There's the disc. Not much, just too much going on there. Same on the inside of the Jewel. Morbid Skull put this one out. Morbid Skull's like a low-key, really solid label. I found quite a bit of good stuff coming off of Morbid Skull. They have black metal, death metal, this kind of stuff, and some thrash. Keep looking this way. I swear, if you guys don't know, if you don't follow my Instagram and stuff and haven't seen what goes on behind in these videos, this is what I call my haunt room. I picked up some dolls, haunted dolls, and just kind of weird stuff here and there. There's one doll in here, I swear, the eyes are always moving, looking at me, and maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know. Next up, we have some, you can tell from that artwork, brutal death metal from Colombia. This is Supremacia. Supremacia with Insomnia Murderer EP, debut EP from this band. Been out for a little bit. This was my introduction to Supremacia. About 15 minutes or so of just brutal, nasty, filthy death metal, as you can tell from that artwork. That just gives you an absolute feel of what you got going on with this album. It is just non-stop, relentless, brutal death metal. It will pound you into dust and make you apologize to them for doing it. There's the disc, a little bit more of the same kind of artwork going on, just nasty, nasty stuff. There's the band lined up there ready to just berate you and beat you and mutilate you. Then there's the back of the EP. 15 minutes, 6 tracks, 15 minutes, and it's just a non-stop, relentless assault. I have one more disc to show you guys, and then I'll let you go on your way. This is a band that I found on a split with another band of the same name. They put it out together, and I wanted to pick up some more material from this band of that name because I had some from the band from Chicago. This is Disinter with their self-titled full-length. This is the Peruvian band Disinter. More death metal. This was released on Warhemic Productions. Not super familiar with that label. Maybe a South American label. Not quite sure. It almost looks like it would have like a blackened death metal vibe going on from the cover, but it is just some straight up, straightforward death metal. Got a little bit of plastic hanging from it. Let's get that off of there. Inside looks like some killer artwork as well. The split that they did with Disinter from Chicago was really solid. I did enjoy that one a little bit. I actually enjoyed the Peruvian Disinter side a little bit more on that split, which surprised me. They're a little bit more straightforward death metal as opposed to the Chicago band with the name. They're a bit more thrashy, and Disinter just is some straight. This Disinter is just some straightforward, heavy death metal. Show you guys the inside. The liner book looks like it's all pretty much about the same. There's a little bit of artwork going on in there, but mainly just the lyrics and little bit more artwork for you guys to check out. There's the back of the insert. There's the disc. That's a pretty gnarly looking disc there. Inside of the digipack. Surprised this was the only digipack out of all the purchases. I am a jewel case is king person, so not complaining there. There we go. Killer lot, man. I got all of this, 9 CDs at a little bit over $3 a piece, so about 30 bucks for all of that. Cannot complain at all, and it's some killer stuff. There's some more on there. I almost didn't want to do this video and give away my honey hole because there was some more material on that sale tab that I want to pick up, and I know some of you will see it and grab it before me, especially after this video, but I got to share the good stuff when I find it. That's all I've got for today. I'm sorry it has been so long between videos, between there being no air up here, me sweating, and just putting all of my everything that I have right now, all of my resources into Metal Devastation Fest. It's just been hard for me to get material for the videos, but that's all I've got for today. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. Stay classy, stay metal, all that good stuff. Check out Paragon. I'm going to link these bands up down there as well, and I will see you guys soon. I promise.